time I get beside myself, I remind myself from.
It's week 2 of the 2024 season, and we've got some history in this battle of AFL alumni. It's the Bengals and the Chiefs, just ahead on EA Sports.
From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Well, the Chiefs offense going to make their way out, and at the helm, a now 3-time Super Bowl MVP in his 8th season in the NFL, it's Patrick Mahomes.
In the opener, threw 3 touchdown passes, and make no mistake about it, he was eager to get right back out and do it again. So I think we'll see him try to test the secondary quite a bit as this game goes on.
That's complete. It's Travis Kelce. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Well, this one complete. It's Rashee Rice. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Pacheco gets it up the gut. 2 yards, good enough for a first. The Chiefs are 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year. But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Mahomes now to throw. That's to the former Cardinal and Raven. It's Hollywood Brown. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 2nd down and a yard. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
This is a great decision right here. Out of the pocket to his left, and he knows if he waits too long, the defense is going to be all over him. So he makes a decision to go and wins the race to the pylon.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now a 7-0 game. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it was all capped by Patrick Mahomes using his legs to get in the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And the Bengals make their way out on offense for the first time, led by their 5th-year quarterback out of LSU, Joe Burrow.
Burrow is coming off a year where he suffered his 2nd season-ending injury over a 4-year span. And while that's certainly concerning, there's certainly no denying he's truly one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL whenever he's on the field. However, for them to reach their full potential, He has to be out there because as long as he is, this team is a legitimate contender to win it all.
Throw right side, going to be complete to Moss. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Now it's Burrow. And that'll be caught by Tony. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and it'll be a third and about 13. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Buying time to his left. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. It's a gain of 6, but not enough as he'll be forced to punt on their first drive of the game.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big third down play, and he did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big fourth down call.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This is fielded at the 27. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they'd really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time? Let's keep doing it until they stop us. Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. That one caught by Rice. Evades the tackler, and now some space. Still on his feet. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Rashee Rice, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced to punt to get the ball back, and they've played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll make the score 14-0. And able to take past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Now it's Burrow. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Tony. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up second down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The LSU connection, Burrow to Chase for the Cincinnati first.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Here's the first carry of the game for Zach Moss. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. This defense for the Chiefs, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it'll be fourth down. And here's Trenton Gill now. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there is never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. They came with a safety blitz, and Daxton Hill got home. On 4th down, Matt Ariza sent on to punt. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Matt Ariza now on to punt this one away. Charlie Jones deep for Cincinnati. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and the Bengals take over 1st and 10. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. You're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. That's complete to Tony. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. From the 22 now, here's 2nd down and a yard. Burrow looking to pass. Open man is Higgins. And Higgins is going to have a Bengals 1st down as he's down inside the 15. Again, it's Burrow. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Kadarius Toney, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Bengals have cut it back within a score.
When you're a great route runner, it makes you that much better as a receiver because now your quarterback trusts that you're going to be where he expects, and he's able to deliver the ball on time.
Evan McPherson for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's Kadarius Toney who caps things with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Chiefs ready to rock again on offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First catch for the NFL's catch leader after 1 week, and it's a first down. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Here's Mahomes to throw. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Here's 3rd and 3. Now Mahomes. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 37. The 3rd down conversion is successful. Give him 12 yards that time.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Pacheco. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. That ball caught. It's Rice. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 13-yard line. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. Got a man over the middle, Worthy. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. From the 4, this is 2nd down and 1. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here. Mahomes going to throw. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. 4 yards on the touchdown ground. And the Chiefs have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. So this offensive unit, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Here again comes Joe Burrow and the offense for the Bengals. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Burrow will throw. And the Chiefs are going to get him. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Fourth down, so they send out Trenton Gill. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taken from just outside the 30. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they've sequenced things, how it's run. But you know, at the end of the day, it's still execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
They'll try to continue to be locked in here as we get ready to approach halftime. To throw, it's Mahomes. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Looking to throw is Mahomes. That is caught. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. That's into the hands of Worthy once again. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. As it with little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Mahomes now to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Throwing now is Mahomes. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good game. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Now it's Mahomes again. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Butker's kick here is good, and they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. So they're content to take the 3. Somewhat of a conservative call there, opting not to go for it on 4th and inches.
And that's from a team that you and I know is not usually playing it close to the vest. It's a little bit of a surprise that they opted for the 3 instead of going for it.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. Now Burrow. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So we've come upon halftime here in Arrowhead with the Chiefs on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. More from you and Charles in a bit. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here in the late window. We'll begin with a couple of AFC heavyweights from years past. Pittsburgh taking on Denver. And it's the Steelers out in front in the second quarter. Russell Wilson has thrown a touchdown pass. From there, we head through the Four Corners down to Arizona to check on the Cardinals at home in Glendale. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Cooper Kupp, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And they were winners in that one over the visiting LA Chargers. Bryce Young, 3 touchdown passes as his guys bounced back from the defeat on opening weekend. we were treated to an excellent first half from the gunslinger, Patrick Mahomes. He threw 2 touchdown passes, ran for another, as his guys have the lead at halftime. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the second half. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
From the 24 now, here's a 2nd and 9. In motion, the tight end. Now it's Burrow. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Now it's Burrow. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Well, if they have any designs on getting back into this football game in the second half, they're going to need to be much sharper offensively than they were on this opening possession. Not much happening here, and it'll lead to a 4th down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and they will take over 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense and Patrick Mahomes headed back onto the field. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City 1st down. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Over the middle, complete. It's Brown. And they eventually get to him at the 17 after a pickup of 17 into the red zone, 1st down. And again, it's Mahomes. This will be caught once again by Brown. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 11-yard line.
In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 2 yards on the pickup there. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, it's Pacheco. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. So, Charles, they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. Now, last week, they had the close victory. This one more commanding, much more comfortable.
Well, the sense we got from them was that last week they felt like they didn't play their best. They got the win, but they weren't really on top of their game. But they put it all together here in this one, haven't they? What an impressive performance.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is now 24.
Harrison Butker at a kickoff for Kansas City.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Here's Burrow. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. 3rd quarter action from Kansas City. 2nd down and 10. Burrow looking to pass. He'll look to Gesicki on the out route. Ball is caught. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
On gain of 14 yards. 1st down, Cincinnati.
Again, it's Burrow. That one caught by All, the tight end. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. The deuce is wild here. 2nd down and 2 with just about 2 minutes on the clock. Moss is in. Touchdown, Bengals. So, partner, was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Zach Taylor's made the decision. They'll go for 2 here. And Burrow's going to look to throw for it. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to get in for the score. And the lead now cut to 14. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 46 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. On first down, they go back to Pacheco. And some room to work. And he goes down, but not before inside the 25. 24 yards to gain there. Another first down as well. They've done a pretty good job containing him up until this drive, and until that run, there was no containing him at all.
Yeah, you're right about that. He finally popped free. But we didn't have to be in their practice sessions. We didn't have to be in their meeting rooms. They planned for a run like that to happen, maybe a couple of them. But what did they tell their guys all week? You know what they said. Move on to the next play. That one just happened. Let it go.
That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Pacheco will take this one in. It's a Chiefs touchdown. So he's had a nose for the end zone here in the early part of the season. 2 touchdowns for him now in this one to go along with the one he had in the opener as well.
Yeah, he certainly finds where the goal line is and finds a way to get across it. But you know who else senses it? The guys that block for him. Because he has that instinct, I think they hold their blocks just a little bit longer.
Butker now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive, 4 plays, and it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. On first down, they'll start out with Moss. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. On the right side open is Gesicki. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
From the gun on third down is Burrow. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Now we're going to get a timeout here for an injured player, and that's Jamar Chase, who is in some obvious discomfort right now. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. Burrow will throw. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. And down inside the 15 he goes. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Back to throw again. That's complete. Once again, it's Gesicki. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Nick Bolton. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
And now here comes Kansas City. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Here's Pacheco once again. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 95 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Now, this offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. A handoff now for Pacheco. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Sam Hubbard that time coming through defensively with reckless abandon. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. They run it with Pacheco from the gun, and he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. And he is going to be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bengals' 37.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll try for the first with Pacheco. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And that'll be caught by Tony. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. Now a short one to Gesicki. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They'll look to throw in. That's complete to Tony. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now Burrow. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. To the air again, Burrow. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. A final shot now for Burrow. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And when you break it down, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting. But obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You just all of a sudden, whoosh, there it is. This thing is pretty much done. And the crowd stayed with it to celebrate because they're like, let's enjoy watching our team play this well. This is fun.
So for Kansas City, they used a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons.